How are you?
Good. Always watch your video.
Thank you.
In Monaco, gold doesn't just sparkle, it speaks. It tells stories of power, precision, and the rare few who've mastered both. And among them stands one man whose very name has become legend, Zeus. Known as the Riviera King, he moves through a world where every step glimmers with wealth, where his cars are plated in gold, his watches outshine the sun, and his penthouse overlooks an empire that money alone could never buy. But what makes Zeus truly fascinating isn't just his fortune. It's the way he's turned luxury into mythology. Behind every yacht, every diamond, and every flash of gold lies a carefully built image, a modern god of the Riviera who understands that in Monaco, perception is power. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we unlock the world of those who live above limits. Stay tuned, because as we step into Zeus's golden world, we'll uncover the secrets that keep his empire shining, and the truths he never meant for anyone to see. What if the gold around him isn't just for display, but for protection? They say gods aren't born, they're made. And in Monaco, Zeus crafted himself from pure ambition and gold. Long before he became the Riviera King, Untold Billionaire was just another dreamer walking the narrow streets of Monte Carlo, surrounded by wealth he couldn't yet touch. But where others saw limits, he saw an opportunity to create a legend, a persona so powerful it would blur the line between man and myth. The transformation began with image. Zeus understood early that in a place where money is common, style becomes currency. He wrapped his life in gold, not just as decoration, but as declaration. His Rolls-Royce shimmered like sunlight on the Riviera. His watches, rare Swiss masterpieces, became his armor, and his public appearances were orchestrated like royal performances, calculated, dazzling, unforgettable. Every photo, every headline, every glimmer of gold was part of a strategy. He wasn't selling wealth, he was selling the illusion of divinity. The message was clear. Zeus doesn't follow the rich, he defines them. But behind that immaculate golden image lies a deeper question, one few dare to ask. Was this transformation born from power, or from the fear of ever being ordinary again? If power had a coastline, it would be the French Riviera. Stretching from Saint-Tropez to the glittering cliffs of Monaco, this narrow strip of paradise is where the world's elite come to flaunt and to rule. But among all its kings and queens of excess, one man reigns supreme, Zeus, the self-made sovereign of the Riviera. While others simply bought luxury, Zeus conquered it. His penthouse in Monte Carlo isn't just a home, it's a fortress in the sky. From his balcony, he looks down at the harbor lined with super yachts worth hundreds of millions, each one a floating monument to ambition. Every morning, his gold-wrapped Rolls-Royce glides past the Hôtel de Paris, the Casino de Monte Carlo, and the palm-lined Avenue Princess Grace, streets that now whisper his name like part of Monaco's legend. But Zeus's Riviera isn't built on sand or luck, it's built on perception, the understanding that in a place this small, visibility is power. The Riviera is only 1.2 miles wide, yet it holds more millionaires per square foot than anywhere on Earth. Here, the rarest luxury isn't money, it's influence. And Zeus mastered it. By aligning himself with the region's most powerful families, fashion houses, and event organizers, he turned the Riviera into a stage and himself into its brightest star. When he appears at galas or charity balls, cameras don't just follow, they orbit. The whispers of envy, the flashes of diamonds, the scent of expensive cologne, all blend into the aura that keeps his empire alive. But the Riviera, for all its beauty, hides sharp edges. Every crown in Monaco comes with a price, and every throne casts a shadow. In Zeus's world, possessions aren't things, they're statements. Every car, every watch, every inch of marble speaks a single language: dominance. And when the Riviera King steps out, the streets of Monaco turn into his runway of power. His collection isn't just luxury, it's theater. Parked beneath the Monte Carlo casino are his golden beasts. A Rolls-Royce Phantom plated in 24-karat gold a Lamborghini Aventador glimmering under the Riviera sun, and a Bugatti that looks less like a car and more like a moving crown. Locals say you can tell Zeus is near not by the sound of engines, but by the reflection of gold on the glass of nearby buildings. Then there's his fleet of watches, each one a relic of obsession. Custom Richard Mille, diamond-encrusted Audemars Piguet, a one-of-one Patek Philippe rumored to have cost more than a Monaco apartment. To Zeus, time isn't measured in seconds, but in carats. Even his private jet carries his signature, gold accents across the wings, and a Z embossed in silk across every seat. But beyond the surface lies something deeper. Zeus's collection is his armor. In a city where luxury is normal, he built his image to be untouchable, a shimmering reminder that he's not one of the rich, but a class above them. Every item, every golden reflection reinforces the myth he created. Zeus doesn't live luxury, he commands it. Yet, beneath the perfection lies pressure. To maintain an image this radiant, the cost isn't just financial, it's emotional. Because once you become the golden standard, you can never fade back into silver. They say money screams, but wealth whispers, and Zeus has mastered the quiet language of power. Behind the glitter, the yachts, and the gold lies a hidden machine, a business empire carefully woven across Monaco, the French Riviera, and beyond. To the public, Zeus is a symbol, a man who embodies opulence. But in private, he's a strategist. His fortune isn't just the result of spending, it's the art of multiplying. Real estate is his foundation, owning or partnering in high-value developments across Monte Carlo, from luxury penthouses overlooking Port Hercule to boutique hotels that cater only to those who can afford the unimaginable. He invests not in buildings but in addresses, the kind that come with prestige baked into every square foot. But that's just the surface. Behind closed doors, Zeus has quietly positioned himself in the worlds of fashion, media, and digital branding. He collaborates with luxury watchmakers, sponsors exclusive Riviera galas, and funds social campaigns that subtly reinforce his myth. Every appearance, every photo, every story adds value to his brand, and that brand, Zeus, has become a business in itself. For him, luxury isn't an expense, it's marketing. Each gold car, each bespoke suit, each viral moment online drives attention, partnerships, and deals. It's the modern alchemy of wealth, turning perception into profit. But there's a paradox hidden in his success. The higher the image climbs, the thinner the air becomes. Every empire needs constant maintenance, and the golden world Zeus built demands a price even he might struggle to pay. Every king has a crown, but Zeus's crown isn't made of gold. It walks beside him. She's known in whispers as the Queen of the Riviera, a woman whose elegance could silence a room faster than any diamond could sparkle. Her name rarely appears in the press, yet her presence shapes the very narrative of Zeus's legend. She doesn't flaunt wealth, she refines it. When Zeus arrives at Monaco's red carpet galas, she's always a step behind, never overshadowing, yet commanding attention in her own right. Her dresses, often from private collections of Dior and Elie Saab, are chosen not for shock, but for symbolism. Together, they move like royalty. He, the sun that blinds; she, the moon that controls the tides. Whispers around Monte Carlo say she's more than a muse. Some claim she handles Zeus's private art acquisitions and charity foundations. Others believe she's the quiet architect behind his growing influence in elite social circles. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: she completes the image of the golden couple, transforming Zeus from a flashy tycoon into something far more powerful, a dynasty in motion. Yet their dynamic raises questions. Her silence, her mystery, and her flawless composure create intrigue, but also suspicion. Is she the stabilizing force behind the throne, or the one holding the strings? Because in the Riviera's game of power, beauty is more than attraction. It's strategy. And Zeus's queen plays her cards with the precision of someone who knows exactly how much her presence is worth. But what if the real secret of Zeus's empire isn't in his gold, but in the woman who knows where it all began? Every empire needs a stage, and for Zeus, that stage is Monaco itself. In a country where luxury is law, the Riviera King doesn't just attend events, he commands them. His presence at the Monaco Yacht Show, the Grand Prix, and private charity galas isn't coincidence, it's choreography. When the Monaco Grand Prix roars through the streets each May, Zeus is never in the stands. He's above them, watching from his penthouse balcony, champagne in hand, while his guests, royalty, models, and magnates mingle beneath chandeliers worth more than cars. To him, every engine's roar is applause. Every camera flash another brick in the empire of image he's built. At the yacht show, his golden vessel gleams among hundreds, but somehow always steals the spotlight. Reporters describe it as a floating palace of mirrors, reflecting not just sunlight, but status. Inside, the decor whispers of restraint, golden accents, not overload, because Zeus knows true power doesn't shout. It hums quietly in perfection. These events are more than appearances, they're strategy. Each handshake, each photo beside a prince or heiress is an investment in visibility. He understands what few do. In Monaco, your worth isn't measured in net income, but in who looks at you when you enter the room. But there's an unspoken rule on the Riviera. The higher you rise in the spotlight, the deeper the shadows become behind you. Every legend invites believers and doubters. For all of Zeus's shine, there are those who whisper that the gold isn't as deep as it seems. In the cafes of Monte Carlo and the digital corners of the internet, debates burn. Is Zeus truly a billionaire, or a master illusionist who turned image into empire? Some call him a marketing genius, a man who understood that in the modern world, perception is the new currency. They point to how every appearance, every viral post, every glittering car creates momentum that keeps the myth alive. He doesn't sell products, he sells presence. Others, more skeptical, argue that his wealth is amplified by mystique, that he hides behind the blur of brands, sponsors, and stories too glamorous to verify. But perhaps that's the brilliance of Zeus. He makes people wonder. His silence, his composure, and his refusal to confirm or deny anything only deepen the mystery. While critics analyze bank statements, his followers simply watch, hypnotized by the golden dream he embodies. Because in a world addicted to spectacle, the truth often matters less than the narrative. And that's where Zeus thrives. He's not just living a life, he's performing one. Every detail, from his voice to his wardrobe, is part of the mythos he created. The question of how rich is he really becomes irrelevant, because by the time you're asking, you're already part of his legend. Still, legends are fragile things. One rumor, one revelation, one wrong alliance, and the godlike glow could shatter overnight. Because when you build your kingdom from gold and mirrors, all it takes is one crack for the illusion to break, and for the man behind Zeus to finally be seen. Every empire faces the same question. What comes after the glory? For Zeus, the Riviera King, the challenge isn't building wealth anymore, it's preserving myth. In Monaco, where reputations rise and fall as fast as tides, he knows that even gold can fade if it stops shining. Recently, Zeus has begun shifting from display to legacy. Insiders whisper about his investments in digital luxury, sustainable real estate, and art tech, areas where prestige meets innovation. He's rumored to be exploring his own fashion brand, blending Riviera elegance with global influence, and even collaborating with European designers to create the House of Zeus, a lifestyle empire that outlives the man himself. But beyond business, there's something more personal at play. Those close to him say he's become obsessed with immortality, not of body, but of brand. He wants the name Zeus to stand where icons like Versace or Cartier do. Not just a man, but a mythic mark of excellence. And in a world where attention is the new currency, that dream might just be achievable. Yet, for all his planning, the Golden Empire stands on delicate ground. The same fame that fuels him also feeds speculation. Every photo, every whisper, every partnership could either strengthen his legend or expose its cracks. Because in Monaco, kings are made by admiration, and destroyed by envy. So as the Riviera sun sets over his kingdom of gold, one question remains. Will Zeus's legacy shine forever, or will the next sunrise reveal that even gods can bleed? As the sun melts into the Mediterranean, the skyline of Monaco turns to gold, a reflection of the empire Zeus built with precision, image, and iron will. His world is more than luxury. It's a living monument to the pursuit of perfection. Every car, every yacht, every frame of his life is designed not for comfort, but for control. Because for Zeus, wealth was never the destination. It was the language he used to shape his own mythology. He turned the Monaco luxury lifestyle into an art form, one where opulence meets discipline and power hides behind silence. In his golden kingdom, nothing is accidental. Every move, every whisper, every camera flash contributes to a legend that refuses to fade. And maybe that's the real secret. Zeus understood that immortality isn't found in money, but in attention. He became the story Monaco will never stop telling. Yet, beneath the glow of his empire, there's still mystery. The kind that keeps us watching, wondering, and coming back for more. Because behind the perfection lies the question every billionaire faces. When the gold runs out, what remains? Thank you for watching Inside the Billionaires, where we uncover the truth behind the world's most powerful lives. If Zeus's story fascinated you, like this video, comment your favorite moment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden corners of Monaco luxury lifestyle. Because here on the Riviera, legends don't die, they simply learn how to shine forever.